At the moment, with what they want to do with Medicare and other cuts, they're going to hit us hard. But worst of all, I don't know if people are aware or not, but they've given the Aboriginal people an extra $57 million cut back to our health. They've given us an extra $100 million cut back to our other social services. We're already one of the most disadvantaged people in the country, whose land it is, and they're going to hit us twice as hard as you. Can you please stand by our cuts as well as your cuts? Can you support us too, please?
Yes! But what is the budget really about? What is this government really about? I'll tell you, comrades, this government is trying to change the shape of this country. They're trying to change what makes us special. They're trying to change our commitment to a fair go, our commitment to justice, our commitment to use our democratic rights to organise. They think they're going to get away with it. We say they ain't. And what they're also trying to do is intimidate us. They're trying to intimidate workers, intimidate unions. So we make this pledge to you on the behalf of 110,000 members of the CFMEU. They might try to intimidate us, but they won't. They might try and counter us, but they won't. We will fight with you. We will fight with community groups. We will fight with other unions till we see this government off. If they touch you, they touch us. If they touch us, they touch you. Because we know in our heart, it's touch one, touch all.
And part of it, also the attack on the what they're calling red tape, is the attack on safety. Marine Orders 32, they're saying they're going to do away with it. It's been a cornerstone of safety. And believe me, we work in a dangerous industry in Stevedore. We've had 5 members killed. Only 3 weeks ago, Anthony Allard was killed on the deck of the Tassie Achiever. His comrades are here today. It's important to know that we're all part of a passing parade of humanity. That we've had a decent country to live in because the people who came in before us fought for it. People who built this building here, our fathers and grandfathers, have given us a good country to live in. A country of a fair go. What this government wants to do is turn it around and make it a country of just for the privileged.
There are 100,000 manufacturing workers in the RMWU who can tell you that the Abbott government's attack on jobs, on industry support, on blue-collar workers has a toll. And many of them are here today. There are workers down at Williamstown Dockyards who are here today, who the government abandoned by not even allowing any Australian company to tender for defence work. This government has abandoned workers. It has abandoned their jobs. We will not cop Mr Abbott telling us that his cuts to services will create jobs. What a lie.
I'm here today representing 120,000 United Voice workers from around the country. And like you, we're out on the streets today because we're angry. We're angry at a government that wants to make us work harder and work longer for less money. And we're angry at a government that wants to make us retire on a poverty pension. And we're angry at a government that wants to make us only be able to go to the doctor if we can afford to pay. We're angry.
I particularly want to emphasise how important it is that you're all here today, because many of you will already know that the powers that be have tried to stop a lot of people from coming today. Great welcome to the building workers here, for instance, who are here in defiance of the ABC. Now let me tell you another fact. There's tax owed by big business. $17 billion is owed to the taxman. If they collected that $17 billion, they wouldn't have to come after us. But they're too scared to, because their big business mates really run this government. That's the sad indictment.
I've watched with amazement at the arrogant commentary that comes out of the Abbott ministry in regards to any worker or any Australian that opposes this budget. Apparently you're all whingers. Well, I'll set the record today that straight and narrow. Australian workers are working more hours and harder than they ever had before, and they ought to be shown a little bit more respect than to be called whingers by this government. One thing I like about Australians, and we don't always get it right, but we like to be looked in the eye and told the truth. Don't pee on our neck and tell us it's raining. To come out and have the spin and the propaganda that there's an economic emergency. There's a crisis. Well, if it's an emergency and a crisis now, the deficit, what was it under the Howard and Fraser years? Because it was a lot higher then. That's one thing Australians don't like. Don't mix it up with the propaganda. Don't give us a spin, because we won't be fooled about it. The responsibility to fight back against this budget, it isn't your grandparents. You do it out of respect for that. This isn't their blue. And it isn't your children's. Their blue's coming. This responsibility to fight back against this budget is yours, and it rests on your shoulders.
The health system across Australia, our public health system, which is the pride of this country, which every other country in the world aspires to be like, is being decimated by this federal budget. Wherever you turn, whether it's to the GP, whether it's for preventative health, whether it's for access to a hospital bed, everything has been slashed and cut. In addition, of course, our students of nursing and midwifery, just like the students in our TAFE colleges in Victoria and other tertiary students across the country, are going to be faced with such extraordinary levels of fees and then debts following those fees that it will be unaffordable for the average Australian to undertake a tertiary education. These are the same people making these rules who received a free education under Gough Whitlam, and shame on them.
3 years ago, that fine got government, and ever since then our social infrastructure has been demolished. Firefighters have had $16 million cut out of their budget. Recruiting has been frozen. Communities are not being covered. Can I say, this government's a disgrace. The federal government need to see this government go in November so they get frightened. And only you people can do that.
So let's have a little look at what Tony is cutting. What's the first thing he's cut? He's cut the jobs of the people who make big business pay tax. He's cut 3,000 jobs in the tax office, and the first thing that's gone is the high wealth individuals unit. What else is he cutting? Well, Tony Abbott doesn't believe in science, he doesn't believe in manufacturing, he doesn't believe in innovation. So he's cut 500 jobs at the CSIRO. I have to say, they're not just liars, they're bloody stupid. Like, anyone here got a phone on you with Wi-Fi? The CSIRO invented Wi-Fi.
Quick shout out to the UTS, University of Technology Sydney staff who are on strike today. In another state, but we're all together in this at the moment. And when it comes to a fight, we're not going to just defeat them this time and let them come back again like we did with work choices. This time, we have to bury the Liberal Party and everything they stand for. Bury them, once and for all. Now, I'll be very quick. So we stand in solidarity and we will fight this government until the end. And when I say the end, it is let's once and for all get rid of the Liberal Party and all they stand for. Thank you. We're here, we're loud, we're union and we're proud. We're here, we're loud, we're union and we're proud. We're here, we're loud, we're union and we're proud. We're here, we're loud, we're union and we're proud.